الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. If a person knows that something is good for himself and this person cares, he would want that good for everyone. And as Muslims, we care. It's our obligation to love the good for others as we love it for ourselves. And in these times, Islam is truly misrepresented by many people who speak in the name of Islam, and truly their actions are very contradicting to Islam. And rather than attract and appeal people to the religion, they repel people. And I'd like the opportunity to explain the simplicity of Islam. Islam, to start with, is not a religion that was initiated by Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not the man who came up with Islam, but rather Prophet Muhammad revived the religion of Islam. Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Jesus, Prophet Moses, Prophet Abraham, many prophets in the history of humanity came, starting with Adam, the first man, the first human, and ending up with Muhammad. They all came with one message, and their main message, the essence of their call was to worship the Creator. Not to worship the creation, but to worship the Creator. And they all indicated to us, they all showed us that the Creator of this world is not something like that which we see or which we imagine with our mind. Because anything we see and imagine in our mind is definitely created, and God is not created. So the truth about God is that God is, and this was taught by all the prophets, is that the maker of this world is not a body, he's not a light, and he's not a spirit. A body has many similars. A body has a limit, and anything that has a limit is in need of who gave it, of who specified it with its size. The sun in the sky has a limit. It has a shape and it has a place. We here on earth, we have shapes, we have many limitations that we observe within ourselves and within other creations that are around us. And we say therefore that God is not a body, and God is not a light, because God created light and darkness. And we also say that God is not a spirit, because God is the creator of spirits. The most we can know about Allah is that God is not like the creation. No one knows the reality of God except God. A man once came to one of the Muslim scholars and he told him, "Where is God?" And the Muslim scholar said, "How could you ask where to the one who made the where aware?" And then he asked him, "How is God?" And the scholar replied, "How could you ask how to the one who made the how a how?" And then he said, then the person who asked the question realized that you cannot compare God with the creation. And this is the definite truth that we stand on. And we cannot open the door of the heart by force and put this belief into your hearts or into anyone's heart, but rather we can talk and we can convince, and whoever has a listening ear, inshallah, will ask, will inquire, and will do his investigation and see the different beliefs in this world, and will be guided to see without a doubt that Islam is the truth. Islam calls people to worship God and not to give God any picture or image or resemblance. And it calls people to follow not just one prophet, but all the prophets, Jesus and Moses and Abraham and John and Joseph and Jacob, and I can't, subhanAllah, there's so many I can mention. Adam being the first, Muhammad being the last. And the way to enter the religion of Islam, the door in which a person enters the religion, is very simple. It's by saying with the mouth and believing in the heart that there's only one God to this world, and that Muhammad is his final prophet. A person does not need to change his name, nor does he need to change his. He doesn't have to go to a Middle Eastern or Pakistani store to buy that clothes that usually is different from the American culture here. But rather he has to clean his heart, rid it of any disbelief or any beliefs that are against what the prophets taught, and teach the beliefs that were taught by the prophets, the belief, the true belief in God, the true belief in the angels, the true belief in the Day of Judgment, the true belief in heaven and hell, that they truly exist and they will exist forever. And a person who sticks to this truth and dies on it will without a doubt be granted heaven forever. And I ask Allah to help us all see the truth as truth and understand it and support it and help spread it, and to see the evil as evil and be away from it and reject it, and help also to give the correct to teach the correct belief of Islam. Since today you see many people, when they speak about Islam, rarely do you find people mention the belief as if it's really known. I wish it was, but the case today is many people, they go over the rules and not really the belief. And the belief is the core. And without it, a person may do many things, but it won't really be accepted from him, because that's the base. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.
So Sultan, are you a parent?
People to become Muslim. We don't have control of their hearts. We can't force open the door of the heart and say, you gotta believe this, because we don't have the keys to the hearts. But we can say, we can talk with our tongue, and we can convince someone. If a person is a thinker and he's intelligent, he will, by the will of Allah, inshallah, be guided to the light of Islam, because Islam is very simple, and the message of Islam is not for Arabs. It's not just for Arabs or for Pakistanis or Indians, but it's for the whole world. And we ask Allah I ask Allah to have mercy on us and to enable us to die as good Muslims, and to see the truth as truth and follow it, and see the evil as evil and be away from it and reject it. And God knows best. Walhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah.